everyone, it's Deanna,
Aaron
and Celeste, and you're catching up on this week's episode of Two Brunettes and A Gay
on the podcast.
Good morning, Adelaide, and welcome to another Saturday with your Two Brunettes and A Gay. We are still gayless, right? We are still gayless, so celebrate. Except we have some very special guests joining us in studio this morning. Now, they have featured on our show once before, and it was almost exactly a year ago. And now they are back to join us for another Saturday, probably for the next year. It is our partners. My husband, Jake, Deanna's partner, Brendan. How you doing, boys?
Doing good. We're here. We're not queer.
A Saturday morning, beautiful weather, listening to some Italian tunes. Back with you, ladies, for another episode. And
Love where you're going with that, Brendan.
All right, so just for those of you listening, last year after the episode that we did, we had this whole ongoing joke thing about how slow Brent talks. And it just goes, "We are here," long pause, and it's a nice day.
that was my one note to myself: is increase your speech, not volume, speed,
velocity.
Pace.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, look.
Off to a
As
great
the
start.
show goes on, I'm sure you'll get there. But it's a pleasure to have you boys joining us in studio today. We just had our little pre-show meeting where we've planned the show together, and it's quite funny when we're planning a show. We always say that we can't tell each other the stories that we're going to talk about or what we're going to talk about. So I don't know, some things might come out in today's show because you're supposed to know everything about your partner.
Yeah.
Some things might come out in today's show that we don't even know about each other. So stay tuned. There could be some live on-air marriage squabbles.
How are you feeling about being on the show today, boys? Are you excited? Are you do we have to do this?
Was excited initially, but now I'm,
He's been ripped
I've got
in the
those
first
coffee
30
jitters,
seconds.
I
It's
reckon.
bloody rattle.
Coffee jitters.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
He's been ripped in the first 30 seconds. Deanna, how are you going? How's your week been?
My week has been good.
She had her hair done yesterday.
I had my hair done yesterday, trying to bring back. I know we're Two Brunettes and A Gay, but I had to bring back a little bit of the blonde. Just didn't feel like myself, so it's just a little bit, just a touch. There's not a lot, but that's good. I also had something very interesting happen to me that we're going to talk about after this break, for sure. So I can't wait for that one. How about you, Celeste?
Week's been good. Look, it's been a busy one, as every week is. But it's been a lovely week. It's been a good week. Yesterday was my mum's birthday. So shout out to Jeanette, who's always listening.
Yes.
Happy birthday for yesterday, Mum. Had a lovely day with her yesterday. So all in all, feeling pretty good and excited to have the boys here. And Aaron is on his way back. So very exciting. Aaron will be back in studio next week. He is currently on his flights home.
Is he on the flights now?
He is on the flights. He is in business class.
Oh, of course he is.
Having his champagne. Last that I saw, and this is classic Aaron and Mark, last that I saw they were drinking champagne out of coffee cups with lids on it. So it was disguised as coffee because I'm assuming by the time it was, people would have judged them.
But okay,
if they were actually drinking
so,
alcohol.
but what does that mean? Does that mean that they were in business class and they stole a bottle of champagne and put it in some coffee cups to take it on the plane? What? How does this? We have to ask him next week.
Oh, I guess we have to ask him, but I don't know. But look, like you said, Deanna, we've got a big show coming up. You've had something very strange happen to you during the week, which you're going to fill us in on after this break. Brent, you've had a run-in with your neighbours. We're going to talk about that. I've had a wild ride on Facebook Marketplace, and I know it's one of those places that everyone either loves or hates, so we're going to talk about that. There's so much coming up in the show, and we're going to close it out with a Two Brunettes trivia, but not in the traditional sense. So stay tuned. There is so much coming up, and we will be back with you after this break.
Don't go anywhere.
There's more right after this. So, as I mentioned, I had something very interesting happen to me during the week. I was driving to work a couple of days ago on Thursday, and just here on West Terrace, which, if you're not from Adelaide, that's like a street over from where we are right now. I was driving along West Terrace. This was 9:45 on a Thursday morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I was also driving along West Terrace at 9:45 on it. So the traffic was reasonably busy. It wasn't peak hour. It had finished, but it was still fairly busy.
Appreciate the traffic report.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, just in case it fills you in, on what's kind of the setting.
You set the scene.
I set the scene. That's what radio is a descriptive medium at the end of the day. because there's no visuals here. Unless you go to Two Brunettes A Gay on social media, then you get some visuals.
Plenty of them.
Nice plug there. So basically what I was doing as I was driving along, and I was already running a little bit late. I was trying to get here in a hurry. And anyway, I'm driving and all the traffic starts slowing down and I'm thinking, what is going on? And in the middle of West Terrace is what, 4 lanes each side?
Yeah,
right?
usually, yeah.
4 lanes. So in the middle of the 4 lanes was a lady who maybe looked like she was in her 40s, walking along barefoot, taking her clothes off and walking into oncoming traffic.
Get it, girl.
And I'm like, oh my god. And you can tell like all the cars are slowing down and everybody's like looking, but nobody knows what to do in this situation. And so she took off like, she had like a dress on. So she took her dress off and then she like threw it into the cars. And then she was like walking along. She was like yelling stuff. Obviously, I would say she was distressed, maybe unwell. I'm not sure, right? No judgment on what was going on. And then she sort of like, she had underwear and a bra on. And then she started to like pull those so you could see bits and pieces flying out. And, you know, it was all happening.
She went from distressed to de-dressed.
Basically, yeah, that's right.
Undressed.
Undressed, yeah, that's right. And so I was going to ask you guys, like, obviously, when you're in a situation like that, because I was sitting there, like, I'm running late for work, and I was like, you ask yourself, is anybody else doing something about this, you know, first?
Yeah.
And then secondly, you're like, what do you do? Like, what do you do in that situation? Would you do something about it? Would you stop? Would you see if she's okay? Would you call the police? What would you do in that situation?
So, okay, first of all, the funniest thing that I think of, and this I think maybe just says something about me, is my first thought wasn't she cold? Like, I don't know why I think about her temperature, and I'm like, is she cold without her clothes on? Like, it's cold. I don't know. Yes, bitch. Get it, girl. Like, obviously she's like, you know, going through something. You can't get out and help her. You can't get out and help her, but because you don't know how she's going to respond.
You can help her get undressed.
Well, you could do that, but you can't. You don't know how she's going to respond. Like, you know, she could get like quite irate. She could get quite aggressive. You don't know. So, what else are you going to do? Beep at her? Do people beep?
No one was beeping. Everybody was just kind of slowing down, cautiously going around her, like, just kind of letting her go. I mean, I'll tell you what happened, like I did in the end, but I want to hear what you guys would do in that situation.
I'd probably just cheer her on from the sidelines, like I did when that lady fell over, and I was like, "You've got this. Get back up."
You just let her fall over.
You can do it.
You know what you do? You pull the car over and you get undressed with her.
Oh.
Hashtag free the nip.
Yeah. Look at you.
No, well, look, I actually didn't end up doing anything.
You bitch.
No, I'll tell you why. Because actually, I am that person in that situation who will generally stop, even if I am running late to something, and just be like, okay. Mind you, I did have to be here, and I had to be on radio, so running late was not really an option. Well, I didn't have to be on radio, but I was doing the desk for somebody else, the panel for somebody else, so it wasn't an option. So luckily, thankfully, this police car with the siren on starts coming around the corner, and it pulls up next to her. So somebody had already controlled the situation, but otherwise, I was sitting there going, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like I said, do I get out and get undressed with her? Like, what's the proper protocol? I don't know.
Well, you're usually running late, darling, so I think you might as well drive and get here as quick as possible.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back after this break. Who do you brunch with?
Your besties.
And what do you do with your besties?
Bitch.
It's time for the brunch bitch.
So, if you've been listening previously, you would know that we all moved houses recently.
Not into the same one.
No.
I just want to clarify, we don't all live together.
Jake and I wanted that. Yeah, Jake and I wanted that, but we didn't quite.
No.
There's actually probably a higher chance that the boys would live together than Deanna and I again.
Yeah.
Is that still an option?
What? That you two live together? Yeah, go for your lives.
I think that's a normal thing. Right? So Deanna and I moved down to the beach, and previously we've been living in an apartment, and you don't hear anything in an apartment. Everything's pretty soundproofed, but we now have a backyard, and we're very close to neighbours. So on one side, you don't really hear anything, but the other side, we have some, I would say, interesting neighbours.
Questionable.
Characters.
They spend a lot of time outside. That's my first observation. They spend a lot of time outside, which is good. You know, I'm all for
They're
that.
one of those. There's those kinds of neighbours that have a lot of stuff in their backyard, like a lot, because we can see from upstairs, and it's like a junkyard.
Oh, no.
I've been scoping out a few
Okay,
things.
because I know the house. Just to paint the picture for me, if you're in the backyard on the left or the right.
Left.
Okay, so the older home next to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so older home next to us. And, yeah, they're outside a lot and all times of the day, really. And they don't make a huge amount of noise when it comes to doing things in the backyard, but they speak very loudly.
Yeah,
In
it's not the
particular-
things that they do. Yeah.
In particular, the woman. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, they're, your traditional Aussies. They've got the, that's heaps sick, eh? Kind of, situation
Okay,
going.
so they're like quite noticeably ochre.
Will
Yeah.
you impersonate the woman? Would you like to give us one of those?
Yeah, that was me impersonating her.
Yeah, I know, but you always saying her name. I didn't.
Well, the guy is usually just yelling out her name.
What's
And
her name?
I'll change her name in this.
No,
this is
what's
usually-
her
no one knows
name?
what it is.
Let's say her name's Jamie. He's like,
Her name's
"Hey,
not
Jamie."
that. Her name's not
Jamie.
Jamie. What's her name?
And then she's like, I'm coming.
No, but there's a lot of profanities. In there.
Yeah. Every second word's the F-bomb. But
He's basically like, oi, her name is Crystal. You can say her name. It's not like anybody knows.
Yeah, you haven't said what area you live
well,
in.
she
Brain.
might be listening to the show. I don't know.
Probably your favourite
Yeah,
choice
and
of
he's
drug,
like,
too.
oi, Crystal.
And I guess you
White trash?
We've never actually
it's a little
spoken to
bit.
them, so
No.
we've never actually spoken to them, but they are quite loud, and I like the quiet. Deanna likes the quiet, especially when you're sleeping at night. But they are. It's all times of the day, and it's actually just the voice. It's just the voice it carries, and I don't know if the walls are made of paper or what, but you can hear pretty much everything. I feel like I'm part of their conversations, which would be cool if I was, but I'm not.
But your brunch bitch about this is the fact that, like, we like the peace and quiet, but some people like the noise. So
Exactly, yeah. So what do I do about it?
Okay, so just to clarify, you only hear them during the day, or you hear them at night time when you're
Night
sleeping?
times as well, sometimes.
yeah, it could be anything. It could be first thing in the morning. It could be bedtime.
And are they in the house, or it's only when they're outside?
I feel like they're outside. It sounds like they're outside. They could be in the house. They might be made of paper as well. I don't know.
Okay, so right, what do you do about it? I'm sorry, I don't think you can do anything about it. They're in their property. Like, they're in their backyard. I think that you just need to, like, accept the fact that you have lived a cushy, privileged life in an apartment, right? You
Very
have-
grateful. You should say that, yes. Very grateful.
You know, and a lot of people that haven't had the experience of living in an apartment might not know this, but it really can be quite soundproof, right? And especially where you guys lived, it was really quite soundproof. All your doors were like, I don't know, like fire doors. I don't know. You had to
they
put your
were.
whole body weight behind it
we
just
were
to
very
open
secluded.
it. Yeah, so it was really quiet. This is what living with the general unwashed population, the great unwashed, is like.
We've been reintroduced into the Great Unwashed.
Yes, it's like reintroducing you into the species of the world. You have to accept it. You have loud neighbours. Embrace it.
Well, what about you, Jake? Do you like a bit of
this
noise
is
or do you
so-
hate it?
So, look, if you've heard other segments of Celeste talking about me and Neighbours, you would know that my Sicilian blood boils when I get annoyed by neighbours, and I can't hold back.
What do you do?
I would go on the balcony and tell them to shut the F up.
Yeah, but what if we start like this war? Do you know what I mean?
don't care.
Jake's
No.
all about it.
I'll die on that hill.
You two are like if you get a bee in your bonnet, that's it. It's all
Well,
over.
at least we address the problem and we don't bring it to radio and bitch about it.
We do that too.
Yeah, but normally I've addressed the problem. Brent, you either go and say something and be like, listen, we're your new neighbours, lovely to meet you, you're a bit loud between the hours of this and this, can you keep it down? Or you embrace it and you just start yelling at Deanna.
Yeah, I contemplated both. Yeah, I agree. I hadn't quite made my decision yet, but, your inputs have helped. So I appreciate that.
So we're going to start yelling at Deanna?
Yeah.
I'm here for
geez.
it.
I'll just start yelling at them and pretend that they're part of my conversation.
Yourself another bubbles.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be back after this break. So I need to talk about like an experience that I've had recently that I feel like is an unpopular opinion because from what I hear, this is not the general consensus when it comes to this platform. You all know Facebook Marketplace, and it can be a wild ride of a place, right? Like, I have heard the stories. I have seen the reels and the TikTok videos of some people's experiences, and I am not discounting those experiences. But of late, look, I've never been a Facebook Marketplace girly. I don't shop on Facebook Marketplace. I'm sorry. Call me whatever you want to, but I just don't. Privileged, but I just don't buy secondhand things. It's just not my vibe. No judgment on anyone that does. I just don't look on there for things, right? The point being, though, is that I've always just avoided Facebook Marketplace because of the stories that I have heard. Except when we moved house recently, there was a few things that I was like, we need to sell this, and Jake's been super busy. He's a busy man, and I was like, I'm going to like take control of this, and I'm going to list these things on Marketplace because I can do this. Like, I am a, bad bitch. I can sell stuff on Marketplace.
We can do hard things.
We can do hard things, like push myself outside my comfort zone, Celeste.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
So I was like, list these things on Marketplace. I'm not going to get like weirdos. I'm not going to get like a bad experience. I invite like only the good people in. And I have now sold 3 things on Marketplace extremely successfully, right? And when I say extremely successfully, I mean like I have listed these things and within a matter of hours I have had interest from people. Yes, you always get those people that write, is it available?
Yeah, that's what... You finish your story.
We'll come to it, right?
Okay. Right?
You always get those people that write, is it available? But on everything I've listed, and it's all been good quality stuff, mind you. Like, so maybe that's the hack here. Don't list shit, right? It's all been good quality stuff. And everyone that I have sold to has been there's been no catfishes, right? They have shown up when we have agreed at the time and the date that we have agreed, right? They have come with the cash and they've all been really lovely, genuine people. And the last thing that I sold, which was some sorted Bessemer from my late Nonna, bless you, Nonna, right? The lady came, she asked me to hold it for her from 9 a.m. in the morning. She's like, I could be there at 4 o'clock this afternoon. I promise I'll be there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to believe this woman, even though I had like 50 other people that wanted it. I was like, I believe this woman. I'll hold it for her. And lo and behold, to her credit, she was 10 minutes late, but she came. And we had this lovely long conversation for like 20 minutes while she was picking up her belongings. And I was like, unpopular opinion, maybe Facebook Marketplace isn't so bad. And so I was wondering, am I the only one that actually thinks that maybe this isn't such a bad platform? Or have you guys had an experience with Facebook Marketplace where you're like, no, burn it. Burn it down.
I think you're selling it too cheap, that's why.
Oh, really? Okay, so now you're coming after... Well, at least I'm selling things, Brenton.
Yeah, well, I used to. I'm infamous for buying things that...
You don't need?
I don't need. I use a few times, and then I end up selling it on Facebook Marketplace. So that's my
For
kind
a
of...
significantly reduced price than what you paid for
Yeah.
it.
And then I get people asking me multiple questions about it, and then they just stop responding.
I think it depends on the person that you are, right? Because, like, so for example, I know with you in the past, it's like if somebody asks you more than like 2 or 3 questions, that's it, you get shitty with them. You're like, nah, dead to me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our dad.
It's the principle,
Dad is the same, exactly.
And that's why I resonate with him so much.
Yeah. This grinds my gears, right? Because I sell a lot of stuff on Marketplace, and I've had the worst experiences of you're selling something for $20. You know it's cheap. I just want to get rid of it. And then you've got those people that will be like, can you do any cheaper? And I'm like, I have started writing back to them, no, you tight ass, it's $20. Like, you either want it, you don't. Get out of my chat.
The Scorpio in the group is like,
yeah, you're
no.
not making a great case for yourself between the Neighbours and the Facebook Marketplace. I don't think anyone wants to be around you.
No, look, I sold some stuff when I lived in the Gold Coast and I was moving back here, and there was stuff that I was like, there's no point like even paying for space in a truck for that. It wasn't worth it. And so I sold things, and I have had good experiences with it. But I have to say my gripe with Marketplace is, if I have ever tried to buy something, and again, I'm not much of a Marketplace person, but there is the occasional thing that you're like, shit, can't find that or whatever, or I don't need it for that long, I just need it for something specific, cheap, you'll use Marketplace. And you message somebody, and the things that actually look half decent, they never get back to you. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then on the opposite side, when you list something and you put it up, and in the listing you say, like, please don't ask if this is available. If it's listed, it's available. Mm-hmm. And then and within 5 minutes of listing, you've got 10 messages to say, is this available?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I I want to kill
It's that
somebody.
automated thing.
Bing, your phone starts going bing, bing, bing. Is it available? Is it available? Is it available? No, it's not. Yes, it's available, and you're never going to get it now.
That's right.
On principle, because you didn't read the listing. That's how I feel about it.
If you could see her energy right now, she's on a
Do you
she's on
reckon
a
they're
high
just
level.
trolling you, though?
I don't
Because you've written,
know.
don't write, is it available?
I don't know, but it just drives me crazy. It's like the first person who's like, hi, when are you available for me to come and see this? Whatever. I'm like, it's for you.
Yeah.
Because you put in the work.
You know what? What I will do is, because I've had such a great experience with Marketplace, and I would really love other people to share that with me. I'm going to provide some tips that I feel like could help the great unwashed in their Marketplace endeavours, right? First and foremost, yes, anyone that writes, is it available? Don't respond to them. I don't respond to them either.
Yeah.
I only respond to people that are personalising their messages, right? Extra points if you write the person's name, right? So if someone's like, hi, Celeste, I'm like, excellent.
I
You've
agree.
actually had a genuine look
That
at the
gets me
product,
too.
Next
right?
minute, Celeste's going to start a course, $1,000 a course.
Yep, it's Marketplace. I'm going to write a course, how to work Marketplace, right? So first of all, personalise your messages. Second of all, don't ask for more. You know when people, they might write like, can you send me more photos? No, I can't. This is what it is. If you don't want it, you don't have to have it. Like, no one's forcing you into buying this, right? And I think that's what people shopping on Marketplace need to realise.
I didn't realise this was turning into a counselling
This
session.
is a TED Talk.
I'm writing these down.
This is a TED Talk.
about Facebook Marketplace.
When you are looking at a product on Marketplace, there is no gun being, I'm not in the house if it is, there is no gun being held to your head to buy the product that you are inquiring about. So there's no need to get like quite personalised or irate about
Is the advice to sellers or buyers?
both.
I had a guy.
Positive experience.
I had a guy that was lurking on one of my things, and I ended up dropping the price a little bit, and he's like, "You should have sold it to me for $900."
So he actually watched you.
Yeah.
There you go. And see, you just said I was listing things for too cheap, and I'm the one that's selling everything within a day, and you're the one that's having to drop the price. Lesson learned. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Top Up Your Cup. We'll be back after this break.
Okay, so you know we love a good nostalgic 90s, but we're going to do a little differently this time because we're actually going to throw to the boys, because what we know about our nostalgic 90s is that Celeste and I, obviously being girls growing up liking the same things, it's always the same music, the TV shows, the fashion. Aaron being a gay man, it's kind of the same as the girl things. He was into the same things as us.
I think he liked Spider-Man or Batman.
Oh, yeah, okay, minus maybe the superhero.
Also, shout out to Aaron, who is listening from Singapore.
Yes.
We love you. We miss you. Have a safe flight back. Keep drinking.
I feel like
I
he
don't think
cops
we
it,
need
though.
that encouragement.
Yeah. Just so you know, we're rooting for you to keep drinking.
I feel like you're stealing part of his childhood, though, by putting him in the same, category as female.
Oh, look, we definitely like different things. Like, he liked Madonna and we didn't.
Yeah, true.
But, along the same lines.
Along
Didn't do
the
yourself
same
any
lines.
favours, Aaron.
Whereas the boys, obviously, you had similar, but then also different experiences of your nostalgic 90, of the things that you miss, the things that you like. So for all the male listeners out there, if there is any, what are your nostalgic 90s?
Oh,
Things that you miss.
You know what I miss the most? Well, the things I love the most about it, but miss as well, is just like climbing trees.
Yeah.
So climb.
Is that a
Yeah, it
90s
is.
specific
Nostalgic
thing?
90s.
Well,
Do we not have trees now? What happened?
I was born in the 90s. So.
I feel like that's not 90s centric. I feel like that's age centric.
Can we turn
but
this
it was-
into the
I get what
segment
you're saying.
where the person misses the memo and what we're actually
Yeah,
talking
but no one climbs trees anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Kids are always inside on
Yeah.
their
But
That's
devices.
a nostalgic 90s,
I think what
80s,
you're trying-
70s.
I've never seen a kid in a tree.
What you're trying to say, right, is that back in the 90s, there wasn't any, technology that kept kids inside.
Exactly.
It was always kids outside,
Outside.
climbing trees, digging a hole.
Yeah.
Brenton's spokesperson, Jake Lascala.
Yeah.
everybody.
See? It's obviously a boy thing, right?
Yeah.
We understand each other.
I
Yeah, it's a
get
pub
what
down
you're
Chelsea.
saying,
But that's not the memo.
I feel
of
like
the
it's more
subject.
like I feel like that's more age centric / like pre-technology centric, not necessarily 90s. But I appreciate the sentiment.
I haven't seen a real tree since the 90s.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else? What else are we missing?
Home ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
How good was home ice
We
cream?
talk about this all the time, right? What would you have chosen? What would you have gotten?
Well, first of all, after you climb the tree, then you get your home
Yeah.
ice cream.
You
Right?
have to
Yeah.
do in the
The
order.
pine lime splits.
Oh,
Nah,
bet
mum-
you love a pine lime split.
Mine was that mango. It was like vanilla ice cream on top, and then it had like a mango icy. Pulp.
I'm with you,
What-
but the
what are they
raspberry version.
Oh,
That's the same, yeah, that was the
You
same
were
thing.
always
wasn't it?
raspberry. Celeste was
Yes.
raspberry for everything.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
they were
thing
the
as,
same
but
thing.
pine
Yeah,
lime
yeah.
was like the flavour of
flavour, yeah.
of that one.
And a treasure trove. Treasure trove. Loved a treasure trove. Do you remember when you used to get the little buckets of ice cream, the treasure trove, and they'd give you a little scoop and it had like M&Ms and
Yeah,
like the swirl
yeah.
to it?
No, I don't remember. that.
Classic.
Yeah.
What did I used to? And I only ever ate chocolate and vanilla, or
Oh, yeah.
like honeycomb, or
I didn't like chocolate.
I think they used to do a rip off of like a Gay Time, maybe, or was it like they used to have that chocolate with a little bit of crunches in it and the vanilla ice cream inside.
I'm
The
not-
90s
I'm
was
not-
a Gay
yeah,
Time.
Yeah.
All right, so stemming off the home ice cream, not to
Oh,
steal
look.
your segment.
Oh, go on. Yeah, yeah.
I was just going to say, stemming off the home ice cream, just the ice cream trucks in general.
Yeah.
You know, when they'd come
still
around.
go around.
But rarely, right?
Yeah,
What
it's
was
not
a sherbet cone? Give me a sherbet cone, and I was like, yes,
sherbet
queen, living my
cones
best.
Were they
Yeah.
were good? They
Yeah.
were good. They were the shit. Yeah.
But
so-
90s nostalgia, Pokemon cards, Cheese
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember Cheese TV?
I do. Isn't that
Wake up
still
really
exist?
early in the
So
morning.
So good.
You'd have
Pokemon.
like Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no,
like,
we weren't on that channel.
No.
They actually
Oh,
brought
my
it back for a bit, but
Yeah.
it didn't do so well now.
No,
Yeah, I was
oh
going
my
to say,
God.
didn't they bring it back? I thought, well, doesn't it still exist? So you telling me Cheese TV doesn't still exist?
Nah, they were live streaming on Facebook.
Saturday
for a while.
morning.
Were they?
Saturday morning.
Oh.
Rage TV hits.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was the best. It was the start to
Yeah.
the weekend. It was
Yeah.
like party from 6 a.m. with Rage.
Isn't Rage still a thing?
Is it?
Is it?
It is. Because no one
ABC.
watches normal TV anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what? I loved Blockbuster.
Yeah.
There was nothing better than like a Friday night
Or
when
Video
you,
Easy.
Yeah, whichever one, like not discriminatory, right? Whichever one you went to, there was nothing better than like a Friday night when it'd be like you'd go to Blockbuster, you'd either get like 2 new releases or 7 weeklies for like, I don't know, $4.
Yeah.
And then you might go to like McDonald's or Hungry Jack's and you'd be like, this is living. What happened?
And the smell in those video stores,
Yes.
they all smelled the same.
They
Oh,
did.
yeah, like kind of like mothballs.
It's like plastic or something, I don't know.
Yeah, plastic. Yeah, it was a weird smell. That's right. All right, bring back climbing a tree.
Top up your cup. We'll be back after this break. Technical difficulties.
I don't know why that track did that the last time and I hadn't removed it yet. It's like, bing,
part of it?
error.
You know, you just when you think she's doing like she's improved on the 1s and 2s, classic Deanna.
Proved I'm the best of the best.
Classic Deanna move.
Nah,
Okay,
you don't even know, mate.
it wouldn't be a bring your partner to work day if we didn't do this segment. And you know you love this segment when we do it. It's marriage squabbles, right? And so what better time to have a marriage squabble than live on air?
Yeah.
Why not?
Love it.
So
Do it.
I'm going to bring a marriage squabble to you that Jake and I had last week because I just feel like this is a question that could divide a nation, right? Because we were like so passionate about our sides on this. It's simple, yet you do have
Profound.
it's profound. You have to think about it because this could set the tone in your household, especially in this cost of living crisis that we're all living in.
Because
I'm
you live.
intrigued.
And where did this, like, tell them where this started.
Okay, this started because if Jake and I are home on a Saturday night when we don't have anything on, we like have a little bit of a ritual that's kind of started where we'll do like a chartreuse,
Chartreuse.
right?
Love
I beg your
What's that?
pardon?
What is that?
The hell are you talking
Charcuterie
about?
board for our dinner.
We call it chartreuse.
Oh, you guys. Okay, this is another whole segment.
Yeah, you can't eat
I
dinner off a
don't.
board.
I don't find that
Yes,
to be
we can.
food. But anyway,
Oh, it's
let's
the best.
just go.
Oh, it's
I
the
want a
best,
meal.
right? We love a little bit of tapas, a little bit of picking this, that. We get
No.
a chartreuse, we put
Brett
it,
and I just devour
Right.
everything that's in front of us.
yeah,
Chartreuse with that prosciutto.
right? It's great. But last week, I did a click and collect, right? Woolworths came through with the goods, except in Jake's opinion, they didn't come through with the goods. Okay, completely different question. Do you or do you not allow substitutions when it comes to Woolworths?
Nah.
Depends on what it is.
Well, you don't get that option. You don't get to choose a
Yes, you
substitution.
do. Have you not
They
used
always
the app
give
properly?
you something.
I don't use the app. I use the website. Let's not go into that.
Okay, yes, you do. You can choose individual items.
My point being, no, I mean you can't pick what they substitute
Yes, you
for.
can. You put it in the notes.
Oh, my
really?
God. Okay. Anyway, the fact of the matter is Jake is always specific with the type of biscuit he likes with his charcuterie board. Cracker, if you want to be specific.
Which type?
Right? Jake is a Jats man.
Yeah, he's a Jats man. I love
Jake
that.
is a Jats man. He likes his Jats, except I ordered him his Jats. They didn't have Jats. They substituted it. What did they substitute it for?
Ritz?
Ritz.
Aren't they the same, pretty much?
No.
Oh, what? Get
Then
out.
it proceeded into like a half-an-hour argument over which team are you? Are you Team Ritz or are you Team Jats?
Team Jats.
Team Ritz!
Oven baked.
I feel like they're exactly the same.
Ritz!
I'm
No,
gluten-free.
my
I don't
God.
get that either.
I've not noticed the difference between the two.
Just go home.
Oh, my God.
Get
This should have
out.
been a
You're not
taste
my
I
friend
didn't. I
anymore.
didn't grow up eating Jats and Ritz.
So Brent grew up in a
They have them in the 90s.
You ate
you
the
grew up
fucking
with
bark on the
multiple
trees.
siblings.
I ate water crackers.
Watercress.
Okay, you have to have an opinion. Are you Team Jats or are you Team Ritz?
I don't remember the difference.
Oh.
Because it's been so long since
I can't
I've
believe
had
I've
them.
held on to this marriage squabble for 2 weeks and you two drips don't eat charcuterie boards and don't know the difference between a Jat and a Ritz. A Ritz is buttery. It's crumbly. It doesn't have butter in it, by the way. Check the ingredients. We didn't think they were vegan. They actually apparently are accidentally vegan. They're buttery and crumbly and they're good. And Jats are
Technically not
just
a
kind
cracker.
of dry and just, I don't know. They just don't have the same
Hey,
taste.
hold on.
Oh,
Jats,
maybe I think. Yeah, okay. Jats are like harder, right?
Jats are oven baked. They're crunchy. They're crackers. They crack when you eat them.
Yeah,
They're
the
perfect.
Ritz is
and
more
they got-
like smush, like crumbly.
Yeah, they're crumbly.
Yeah, I remember
Buttery,
now.
biscuity.
And when you're eating cheese, right? I bet you didn't know this. Fun fact: that the Jats actually those ridges on the end of the Jats biscuit are so you can cut your cheese.
Oh, well, so you've really like studied this.
In case any of you were wondering,
cheese
when I
with the
said
biscuit.
Jake's
Yeah.
a busy man, he works for Jats apparently part-time.
If you're hiring,
Right, so you're seriously sitting here telling me that you can't you're not taking a team Rats or Jats?
I'll take Team Rats.
Together, Team Rats.
Okay, the only reason I'm going to take Jats is because they
Get
make
out.
a gluten-free,
yes,
and I can
agree.
eat that, but Ritz don't.
Get out.
Now that you've reminded me what a... Hang on, what is
You
it
grew
again?
up with
Rats.
black and gold, didn't you,
No,
Frank?
Ritz?
You grew up with black
Yeah.
and gold.
Now that, yes, black and gold, but now that you've reminded me what a Ritz is, I am going to go Team Ritz because they are...
Ritz are the pits.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you were going to bring us like a real marriage.
I feel
squabble.
like that's one of those things that you or I wouldn't care. We're just hungry and we'd eat it.
Mate, we can't even drive down the street with that.
No, Brenton and I marriage squabbles comes when anything comes to teamwork. You guys have experience.
I've never been there for that.
How do you have teamwork when you drive in a car though? Like, when you sit in the car,
Oh,
there's
shots
shit.
fired.
Yeah, well, you know, it's because it's like you're working together on the quickest way to
Really
get
not.
somewhere. You
Or
know?
Brenton's just trying to drive, and Deanna's
I'm trying to keep her
Backseat driver.
safe. Yeah, I'm trying to keep her safe, you know?
Yeah, but because Brenton, when we drive, this is turning into a different marriage squabble. But when we drive, Brenton just has this ability to like just tune out. I don't know where he goes. I don't know what's going on in his brain, but all of a sudden it's like he's just chugging along and he forgets that, oh, we're like already late, hun. Like, don't just, stop and smell the freaking roses.
I'm just thinking about all my gratitude for being able to eat Jats and Ritz now.
That's where your mind was?
Damn right.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so your marriage squabble, you're saying is just driving anywhere.
My marriage, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot
squabble.
more than that.
No, there's a hell of a lot more than that.
We
but,
don't have enough time on this show.
We don't have enough time on this show for that one.
You're listening to Two Brunettes and a Gay.
Okay. We love a good Two Brunettes trivia. We don't do it very often because I don't know, when Aaron's here, he's like, oh, yeah, okay.
He just has shit questions,
Yeah.
Aaron. If you're listening, do better.
Yeah,
The hardest trivia ever.
We love you, but your trivia questions, we're just sitting there going, I don't know
Be
what
better,
the
not
presidential election in Scandinavia, like who was elected.
I actually partly think he asks us bad questions just so
We
we
look
never do the
stupid.
segment again.
It's smart, actually.
Yeah, and like we know stuff, but trivia is not our strong suit. And we thought, you know what? Let's see if our partners are any better at trivia than what we are. So this is Two Brunettes trivia, but flipped, because it's the boys that are going to be doing the trivia, and we've picked a theme for this one, which is 90s trivia questions, since they Brenton didn't quite get the memo on what nostalgic 90s was. I'm going to reiterate that.
I'd just like to preface this.
Unless one of the questions were, what did kids do mostly in the 90s?
Climb trees.
I'd just like to preface this with there is no questions about trees.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
that's right. Because
okay.
trees are specific to all of time. I think they date back to prehistoric times, so it's not really just a 90s thing.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
The best thing will be if on your drive home today you see like kids climbing trees and you're like,
Yeah.
that's
Back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day, they actually did that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so basically the rules is you say your name. You can say it whenever, like the question doesn't have to finish if you think you know the answer. Just jump in with your name and then give the answer.
You've decided on that, have you?
Yeah.
'Cause every time
Don't
you
jump
guys
in
get-
with the answer. You have to say your name
Okay.
and then you get to answer the question, right?
We've got multiple different categories. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with which boy band released the hit "I Want It That Way"?
Brent.
Jake.
Oh,
Brent
I think
got
it was
in there
Brent.
first.
Backstreet Boys.
Yes, ding, ding, ding. One for Brent. Celeste.
Okay. What was the name of the coffee shop in Friends?
Jake. Central Perk.
Correct.
1-1.
1-1. Ding, ding, ding.
This
I've
could-
got to have my ding, ding.
Yeah. Yeah, you forget a lot.
I wouldn't have got that. I would not have got that.
Really?
I've seen
you-
it, but I
and
can't
you're with
remember the coffee
Deanna?
shop. Yeah.
How did you
Marriage
not know
squabble.
that?
Yeah, marriage school.
Yeah.
Okay. What colour was the original Power Rangers leader's suit?
Red. Red.
Oh. Yes.
I would not have known that.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Good man, good
Yeah,
man.
of course, he's red.
Tommy?
Yeah, I think it was.
You know the name of the Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 90s.
That's not
I've ripped my shirt off. I'm ready to redeem myself.
Here's the thing. If you had said that, Power Rangers in the nostalgic 90s segment, that would have been the memo.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
You learn something every day.
here we go.
All right, 2-1.
Which 90s cartoon featured characters named Tommy, Chucky?
Jake. Oh my god.
3.
Rugrats.
Oh!
I had like a brain fart.
Well played.
All right,
As opposed to an
2-2.
actual part.
Yeah.
It's 2-2. All right. Who played Jack Dawson
Brenton.
Titanic?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, very good.
Oh, that's interesting because when I heard Dawson, I was thinking Dawson's Creek, so
Yeah,
I would have
same.
said James
I haven't
Vanderbeek.
seen it, so that didn't
Oh,
even
you weren't
enter
even
my
listening to the
field.
question.
I was not listening to the question. Okay, I've got one. Ready? Who sang the 1997 hit "Torn"?
Jake.
Brenton.
Oh, I don't know who
Jake.
that
That
was.
was Jake.
Natalie and
That was
Brulia.
Jake.
Are we 2-2?
3-3.
3-3. Okay,
3-3.
tiebreaker.
Okay, this is a tiebreaker.
This is the tiebreaker.
competitive,
All right,
yeah.
okay. I gotta find.
They might not be friends after this. They're
No,
best
we'll be
friends now. Might end.
Do you want to choose Celeste, or do you want me to choose?
Okay, I can choose.
All right, I think go to the end. There's a nice one in there.
Okay, I don't know if we're
Show
talking
me.
about the same one. Okay. What handheld digital pet
Brenton.
Jake.
Brenton?
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, baby.
Well done.
Brent takes the W.
Look, we're not friends anymore.
That
but
was
well
a
done.
50-50 though, because Digimon was also
Yeah, that's right.
existent in that time.
No,
true.
it was too. Yeah.
That was another thing from the 90s that I could have thought of.
Yeah. Okay. Well done, boys.
Good job. Well done.
Aaron actually sent in a nostalgic 90s and he said TV hits. Another classic.
Yep.
Yeah, TV Hits was good. It was good. Thank you for joining us today, boys. We know that we drag you in here once a year against your will. You can thank Aaron for that.
Thank you, Aaron. We love you.
They pretend that they're like not phased by it. They're like, okay, we'll come on radio. Secretly inside, I think they love it.
They do love it.
I don't know why. There was just that silence.
No, I'm keen, and then I get here and I'm like, I'm talking.
Yeah,
we
you're,
don't notice
you're
that when
hyped
you're
up, and then
running.
you're like, the camera's on, the
It's like
microphone's
negative
on.
hype and then back and hyped up again. See, I stuffed it up again.
But in all sincerity, boys, thank you so much for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure having you back in studio again for the 2025 Two Brunettes and a Gay season.
Pleasure.
Also very exciting, or, it maybe not so exciting if you don't like Aaron. He is back with us live in studio next week, so get excited. We're going to hear all about his Italian travels. If you don't want to hear about his trip, right, because you're jealous, tune out to next week's show, because I'm sure we're going to be talking plenty about it. But yeah, Two Brunettes and a
feel
Gay,
like-
the OGs, back next week.
And to set it up a little bit as well, I feel like his experience of travel has been very different to what our experiences usually are, because it's usually us reporting back to him.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to hear that one.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He looks like he had a lot more fun than we had in Europe.
That's because he's
We've talked about
smashed half
this.
the time.
We've talked about this.
Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I think what the secret is, I think when you can eat everything, I think it's a whole different
Yeah.
trip.
That,
Yeah,
that and don't travel with women.
Marriage squabbles.
All right, if you've been listening live and you want to catch us on the podcast, we upload new episodes every week. Tune into all your major podcasting platforms. And, of course, if you've been listening on the podcast and you want to catch us live, 11 a.m. every Saturday here on Radio Italia Uno, 87.6 FM. And, of course, if you haven't already, head to our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Give us a like or a follow. Get our behind-the-scenes content and the other stupid things that we do. We'd love to have you over there.
Now, have a fabulous week, and we will see you next
Next
Saturday. Hey everyone, it's Deanna, Celeste, and Aaron here, or as you know us, your Two Brunettes and a Gay.
Join the weekend happy hour at a new day and time every Saturday at 11 a.m.
So pour your mimosa for the most fabulous bottomless brunch in town.
Only on Saturdays at 87.6 FM, Radio Italia Uno.